Welcome, guys. Welcome. Yeah, welcome. My name is Joshua, and this is JC Consult. This is JC Consult. Over the years, we've been able to assist a lot of students through their school application as well as their visa application, and both on on all our social media platforms. And today I'm supposed to be on TikTok today, but no worries. Maybe from here I'll go to TikTok as well. Yes. So if this is something that interests you, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to this channel and like this video so that anytime I come live, you will be notified. YouTube will notify you. JC Consult will be coming live in the next 30 to 1 hour. You are going to be notified. All right. So today, I'm gonna discuss with you documents needed for your F1 visa interview. Documents needed for your F1 visa interview. Yeah, so the documents I'm going to divide into two. We have the supporting documents and we have the compulsory documents. Yes, so let me start with the compulsory documents. So I think you need a clear bag. And yesterday, as I said, you don't need to dress any research have shown that those who dress kuntai, those who put on tie suit, those who put the majority of them, they come back crying. They've taken you see, the visa officers are psychologists. They are psychologists. So how you dress, like you've taken the interview workup. They know that you came, but if you take the interview workup, there's nothing wrong with that. You need to also meet the requirements of the visa. It's not about you putting on suit. And when you get to the counter and you're speaking with the visa officer will see, as you are seeing me, my head and your shoulders. That is all. So if you put on just a shirt or African print, for me, okay, my first time, I remember my first interview, I put on, yeah, I think it was an African print. This time was a long sleeve African print, and the second time I put on a short sleeve African print with a round neck. Yeah, and my head shaved. Yeah, just something presentable. Yeah. So don't do any kuntai thing. Yeah, you understand? Yeah. All right. So guys, if you are new here, subscribe to my channel and share this live stream to other study abroad groups you join or any other person that is preparing for their F1 visa interview. Yes. So the moment you enter the embassy, there is it security men who will help you arrange your documents. So the compulsory documents and the supporting documents, they will allow you to separate them at the entrance before they even search you before you enter the embassy. And yeah, you're gonna split into two. And the moment you enter and you enter the main auditorium where you're going to be interviewed to, there'll be somebody at the entrance who also would help you to split the compulsory documents into two: the ones that the visa officer will take and the one that they might request later, maybe during the interview. Yes, so that's the journey you're gonna, or the steps you're gonna follow before you be in queue, before it will get your turn for you to be interviewed by the visa officer. Yes, so let me go through the compulsory documents. So first of all, the compulsory number one is your service fee receipt. So service fee, I think right now there are several ways you can pay your service fee. Yeah, I used to pay, but for now, I don't know. Recently I'm not been paying. Right now, I need money to live in the US. So if I pay and you put the money in my account in Ghana, all my monies are, or else I'll be broke here in the US. Yeah, so this particularly I'm not really paying. Maybe when I start coming to Ghana, then I will take it cash in dollars. Then yeah, something like that. Then I can pay Yeah. So you can, if you know somebody in the US, they can pay your service fee, and also I think there are online ways that you can pay. I have not tried that, but what I know that if you know somebody in the US, they can go to Western Union, you generate a coupon. Everything is on YouTube. You have to search how to pay service fee. You need to generate a coupon, and you give the coupon to the person who is going to help you pay the service fee. Then you also add the the amount of money you're supposed to pay. And I think service fee is $350. $350 service fee. All right. So document number 2, you need to be jotting these down. Document number 2 is your DS-160 confirmation page. Yesterday, I spoke about DS-160, which is your visa application. It's basic information about yourself, your school you go in, the work you do, your parents' name, where you live, your telephone number, email address, your passport picture, and certain criminal record questions, yes or no questions. So, as I said yesterday, watch on videos on YouTube. Everything is on YouTube. Watch videos. It's going to guide you. That particular portion you will find yourself struggling, you can screenshot and send to me, or send it to anybody that you know in the US who came through study abroad. They can help you reveal it or something like that. Yeah. Number 3 document is your MRV fee receipt. MRV is $185. It's the amount of the money you pay. That's your visa fee. Get it? One is a visa fee and one is a service fee. So the service fee is the amount of money you pay for USCIS, which is US Customs. They are going to issue you a service number. So Americans, they are bad. They issue you that number. They are taking $350 for that. Just a number. They are generating a number for you. You are paying $350. And the visa fee is the fee that you pay at the embassy for you to enter the embassy, for you to have the authority, for you to have the chance to get to the embassy. You have to pay visa fee. The visa officers are paid. You go through your documents, they interview you. So you need to pay a visa fee at GT Bank. Go with your passport and pay your MRV fee or visa fee. All right. So they're going to give you a receipt. For me, I'll urge you to have photocopy of it. It's a half of A4 sheet. I've seen people who lost it. I've seen people lost their MRV fee. No, their either MRV fee or what? The visa fee. Yeah. So with the service fee, once the person make it either Western Union or Postal in the US, and the payment goes through, you're going to get an email confirmation. So you need to print the service fee receipt. That's going to be your receipt. Get a clear file bag. Clear file. We all know clear file or my clear bag. Yes, that transparent bag that most teachers in a buying school or government schools, they take it to school and students take it to school. Yeah, get that. I think it's just 1 cedi or 2 cedis. I don't know if it's still 1 cedi. All right. So the 4th document is your appointment confirmation. So I've made a special video on that. You need an appointment. You can't just walk into the embassy because you pay the visa fee. They serve you by appointments, and appointments are first come, first serve basis. First come, first serve. That is why I tell students that if last year you applied for a visa, student visa, and you got denied, use the service number to book an appointment, and wait. If you are still waiting, because we are in April, and many people have gone for their interview, and still people are in the queue looking for date. So we are in April, and you've not heard from your school, and you are still waiting for admission, and you went last day, got denied. Be smart. Be on top of your game. It's first come, first serve basics. The people who started their appointment in January, they will get appointment before you that you are applying. April, look at the difference. 4 months later. So it's first come, first serve. Unless this is your first time. If it is your first time, you have no option than to wait. But I'm giving a heads up that you don't have to sleep. Join a date hunting group that they will tell you there are dates available. Because you alone, you can't get dates. And the portal, if you enter more than 5, I don't know this new portal if it's the same thing. If you have any experience about this new portal, send me a message in the comment section. I don't know, because the previous portal, when you enter more than 5 times a day, they're going to block you. They're going to block you. So you cannot hunt dates alone. You need to join a group where they are hunting dates. And I think the study abroad groups, most of them are doing that. All right, so you can join them. So once you get your appointment, you print it out, go to a cafe, print it out, and add it to it. You need your number 5. You need your international passport. International passport. You need a travel passport. If you don't have a travel passport, then I don't know why you'll be going for your interview, because they're going to stamp the visa is going to be what stamped in your passport. So if you don't have a passport, then go and get one. All right, the C document is your I-20. So the I-20 is a document given to you by school after you accept you're going to go to that particular school. If you apply to 4 schools, you need to accept one. You can't accept 2 schools at the same time. No, it doesn't work that way, because you need a service number that is going to be generated using the school code. I don't know if it's perfect. Yeah, so you definitely need just one school. So that school, once you accept it, now make sure you're choosing a school that's going to give you good scholarship. Yeah, good scholarship. Yeah, so I think I spoke with my personal assistant. I thought I'll be able to post the new video, but it looks like he's not done with the editing. So hopefully by tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm going to share with you this guy who did not get funding at all, but he was able to secure his visa. But you see, that's I always tell you people, that even though he did not get funding and his tuition was very low as $24,000, that is why I have started a journey that I'm going to be posting schools, low tuition or cheap colleges or universities in the US. But people, when you post the video, you don't watch it. It's also another trick. If you don't have funding and your tuition is low, and you have either you have a travel experience, or you have you are doing your own work, you are married, you are doing your own business, you have money to sponsor yourself, it's going to be a plus. So situations vary. It depends on your situation. Yeah, so hopefully by Tuesday, expect this video. I'm going to post it on my channel. That's why you're supposed to subscribe, so that anytime I upload a video, you're going to be notified. Yes, so the I-20 is a document. So after you have accepted that school that gave you a good funding, you choose that, you accept it. Then after acceptance, they're going to email you your I-20. Yeah, before they used to mail it to your house directly through GHL. But after COVID, things changed. So they email it to you. You go to a cafe, you print it out. And when you print it out, you need to sign. There's a portion you're supposed to sign. I myself, I've seen students that were sacked out from the embassy because they did not sign. So the moment the I-20, you get the email, rush to the cafe, print it and sign, and write your date, the date that you signed it. Yeah. I know some students will be like, oh, I don't know the date I'll go for my interview. So which date? The day that you receive it, that you can sign it any day. There's no special day. That the day that you are signing, write the date and sign. But if below 18 years, if you are below 18 years, you need your parents or guardian to sign. Get it? It's very easy. This is not something people were confused. I remember I did a video about this, and people were confused. Why do you have to be confused? I said, if you are below 18, if you are a child, America, if you're 18 or above, you are a big man. You can get married. But if you're below 18, they see you as a child. So children, their parents are supposed to sign that part for them. Their parents are supposed to sign that part for them. All right, so let's go to the 7th document. A passport photograph, 2-size passport photograph, an American passport size with a white background. Yeah, so I think when I was at the embassy, I've seen a lot of students who they got sacked to go and take the passport picture. And at the embassy, they'll charge like 30 or 50 cedis. It's expensive. So the same picture that you use for the American lottery, that's the same. 600 by 600 with a white background. You understand? 600 by 600. So get it. And you need two of them. Probably they'll give you four, but the embassy will take two. So for me, I make sure the two was on and the other two was behind. Yeah. So the embassy will take two of those photographs, passport size. Yeah. So these are the compulsory documents. So once you enter the embassy, the auditorium or the interview room, there's one man who's gonna make sure you take your I-20 service fee receipt, DS-160 confirmation, and they will allow you, and the two passport pictures, they will allow you to insert it in your passport. Then you put it on top of your documents, because that is what you're going to hand over to the visa officer. So the moment the visa officer check the passport, once the visa officer opens the passport, the visa officer will see your I-20, the DS-160 confirmation page, and your service fee receipt, and I think your visa fee as well. Yeah, these are the two monies they take from you. So they want to confirm whether you've paid it or not. So they take these documents with the passport, two passport size pictures. So the moment the visa officer gets it, they are going to scan. There's a barcode on the DS-160 confirmation page. So they'll use a scanner to scan. The moment they scan it, all your information will open on the computer of the visa officer. Yes. So it's very easy. So the moment they start talking to you, every information you put on the DS-160, that is why you yourself, you are the one to fill the DS-160. Don't let somebody put an information you have no knowledge about, because you are there to defend the information on the DS-160. So that's basically for the compulsory. So we have support. So the supporting documents, I'm going to rush very quick, because there are documents that you just need to take it, and that is it. So I'll be rushing very quick, so that we can, the next 2 minutes I'll finish, then we can start with the interview. Exactly an hour from now, we will end the live stream. All right. So the USA F1 visa supporting document that supports your situation. The visa officer can ask any of these documents. So number one, we have admission and scholarship letter. Very important. If you got scholarships and your admission, you need letters. You need to print them. Number two, if you wrote a GRE, GMAT, SAT, ACT, or whatever, Duolingo, IELTS, TOEFL, your test results, print it out and take it along. The fourth one is job offer letter or an ID card. If you are employed, if you are working with any company, if you're employed or you're self-employed, to go to the embassy with your business documents, business registration, your tax fees, and all that. All right, so the fifth document is statement of account or bank statement. If you are sponsoring yourself, you need to go with your bank statement. It's mostly advisable that if you are working, you cannot tell me you are working and you are going to the embassy and you are not going with your own bank statement. So that means you are working, you are not saving. So if you are not saving, how do you travel when you yourself? That's why a lot of people are denied visa. What do you do for a living? No, I've been working with this company for the past 5 years, for the past 3 years. But there's no money in your account to prove that you really worked. So what are you saying? And these are some of the reasons why visa officers deny people. So for me, on my I-20, I printed my own personal statement for the school to update it on my I-20. Yes, and it was a plus for me. I got a tuition waiver, and I think I had like $5,000 or $3,500, something like that, on my I-20. So if you are working, you need to, or you need to build a statement to make sense. Don't come and tell me you spend all the money. Ghana is hard. I'm talking, I don't take excuses. If you are traveling, you need to meet visa requirements. That is why you don't need to apply for school, because everybody's applying. You need to know the rules governing the visa you want to take. That's what I always say, that it's not about prayers. You joining our power doesn't mean your visa, because you are not obeying rules. I know they come and beat me, but I will speak the truth. Here we speak the truth. I will speak it. The fact that you join our power, or the fact that you went to a church to put offering on the altar, if you put offering on the altar and you are not obeying the rules, you will be denied. That is why most of the people who pray on our power, they go and they are denied. You've seen them. They are being denied. I'm not the one saying it's true. I'm a man of results. I speak with the results. The results are showing. Yes. All right. So let's continue. Your undergraduate and masters. If you have masters or undergraduate, you need to go with your certificates and your transcripts. It's very important. What again? Certificate, transcript, and the fourth point. And if you're going with your sponsor, if somebody is going to sponsor you, then you need the bank statement of your sponsor, and you need to have a story on why your sponsor to is sponsoring you, and what they do, and how much they have, or how much they make annually. You should know all this, and how many kids does your sponsor have, and are they in school? Whether they've got, you need to have all these details about your sponsor. All right. So if you are applying for undergrad, you need your WASI results, or BEC or WASI results. Go with your birth certificate. Go with your pay slips. If you are working, go with your pay slips. You have a loan approval letter. So if you are going with your Empower loan, go with the loan letter. That proves that indeed you applied for that loan. Indeed, you apply for that loan. And also your study leave. So some people to take study leave with pay. So you need to get a letter from your boss showing that indeed you are traveling on a study leave with pay. Get a formal letter from your boss. So that was going to be a study. And if you are married man or woman, you need to go with your marriage certificate and any other documents that judge relevant to your distinct case. Yeah, so any document that is going to support your application, yeah, or your interview. Yeah. So guys, that's basically the documents needed for your F1 visa interview. I think these documents are just circulating on the study abroad groups. So if you need a document, you can send me a message on WhatsApp. You can send me a message on WhatsApp. I'll forward it to you so that at least, and make sure before you go for the interview, you have the list of the documents. Make sure every document you have it in there. Make sure you have it in there. All right. So I think that's basically. So all right. So anybody who is ready, unmute yourself and let's train ourselves for our interview. You can see behind me. Believe in yourself. I hope you guys can see. You can see it. That's the first thing. If you have a dream, the next thing is what? Believe in yourself. You think if you believe in yourself too and you are sleeping, that one too is your own case. You need to work hard. You don't have to sleep. Work hard. Me, I was not sleeping. No, I was working. All right, I'm seeing Mike and Richard. Anybody who's ready, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. But you have a dream and you are sleeping. Yeah. Don't sleep, or don't be sleeping. You cannot have a dream and you are sleeping. Somebody, can you help me take a loan? Help you. Any question that you have, YouTube is your whole university. YouTube, Google. That's where you're supposed to be. I saw Instagram, this lady messaged me that she need help writing SOP. People have done a lot of videos on SOPs. And you're still testing me. That's something you don't have to test me. YouTube is there. Google is there. Let Google and YouTube be your friend. Whatever thing you need, search it. People have done videos on it. I think I was supposed to write, my school that I came in, Southern Connecticut, I was supposed to write 5 strong essays to get scholarship. And initially, I was like you people, calling people to help me write it. And nobody helped me. So when I take one question, I Google it. And when I Google, definitely somebody else ever seen a question like that. So I think I started reading. We don't like reading. That is why every time we want people to help us. SOP, people have even shared their templates on YouTube. Google it, reading, everything. I don't know why we have the mindset that this will be the woman. Nobody should, in life and in this life, whatever you need to succeed, God has given to you. You don't need anybody's help. That is why I've grown to realize that in life, whatever you need to succeed, we are lucky that in our generation, there's AI, there's internet, hey, and you still need somebody's help. All right, Mike, unmute yourself and
Yes, sir. Good evening
yeah,
from Ghana.
good evening, sir. Is there a question or you are here for training?
I'm here for training, please.
You don't have any question,
I'm here for training, please.
but you don't have any question.
No, no.
You both should be asking question. No?
Joshua, can I ask my question before Mike starts his interview?
Yeah, ask your question.
Yes, so about the sponsor, your sponsor for your deficit. I wanted to ask, let's say it's not my mom that's going to sponsor my education. It's my aunt that's going to sponsor my education.
Mm-hmm.
And so on my DS-160, they don't ask for the information of my mom, of my aunt, who is my guardian and will be sponsoring my education, the deficit. And so I had this crazy idea of putting her as my mom, and then my dad would be there. But I was also skeptical about it, so I wanted to ask you, what do you think?
Don't
And
lie. Yesterday you said you've lost your dad. Don't lie. You've lost your dad,
yeah,
and your mom
yeah,
is So for me, I would advise that still use your mom. Whatever amount of money in your bank, your mom's account, at least no matter how small it is, I will urge you to let your mom print it, because let the visa officer know that your dad is late and your mom is the one taking care of you. But the reason why you want to add your auntie is that maybe your mom's funds are not sufficient. That is why your auntie adding your mom. There's nothing wrong when you have 2 or 3 sponsors. And for you, your case is even good. You are not going to pay tuition waiver. You understand? Yeah. And if you go and you are speaking very boldly and confident, they might not even ask you, show me your. US is not the embassy that they deal with all the documents I've mentioned. If you go and you're very confident, they are not going to ask you anything. It's a confidence level they need. And people who are speaking the truth are very confident. That is how the visa officer, that's how they operate, because people use fake documents, fake stuff. But indeed, if what the documents you are bringing, if it's real, it will show in your confidence. Yeah, and that's psychology. That's psychology. So there's no need to go and lie. You are even fortunate. You are not going to pay tuition, so it shouldn't be a problem. And yeah, so my mom, so let the visa, and the visa officer, if you're late that, even at the interview, me, I'm a prophetic, and I see things spiritual. Telling the visa officer, oh, you lost your dad, crying, they can sympathize with you. And yeah, oh, my dad is late, so my mom will be sponsoring me as well as my aunt. Or my dad is late, my mom will be sponsoring me the amount of maybe $5,000, and also as well as my aunt in the person of this, who will also be sponsoring me with $20,000. Perfect. There's nothing wrong if you have 2 sponsors or 3 sponsors. It depends on how you're gonna put them together and make your story very nice. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions before we start the interview?
Please, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Maxwell from Kumasi.
All right,
Uh,
Maxwell, let me get.
my problem is on my I-20. I always use my sponsors fund to apply for my I-20,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm working at the same time. I'm managing my own enterprise. So I was wondering at the time of the interview, can I go with my
Yeah, so if I get your question clear, so that's why I said if you are working, give the school your personal statement as well as your sponsor, because monies in your account might not be enough. The reason why you need a sponsor is because the monies you've saved cannot pay for your deficit. That is why you are. But it's always advisable that the fact that you are putting on your DS1C that you work, you mentioned your role, your company name, you're going to give your boss name and email. You understand? So once you put that information on the DS160, it's always advisable that you give your own, the little money. It can be $2,000. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe the money in your account will pay for your flight ticket. There's nothing wrong with that. You understand? So give your personal bank statement as well as your sponsor to the school so that family, they'll put your sponsor's amount on family on the I-20. Then on personal funds, they put the money in your own account. Because you can't tell me you are working. That's a mistake a lot of people do. If you are fully funded, or your tuition waiver, and you don't have any money on your side, that one, there's no problem with it. Because you're not going to pay any money to the school. So if you yourself, you are coming and you're not putting all on your personal funds, there's no money there. There's nothing, because I don't know, the school will rather pay you. That's not, but when you have deficit and it's huge, it's always advisable that, and you're telling the visa officer you are working, you need your personal funds to be sent to the school to put it there. Even if it's $2,000, it's enough. Make sure you're converting it. Right now, the dollar rate is high. So make sure, or get some money, put it, build the account. Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh,
No, I was
okay.
running my travel agency. The monies were not enough. So I deposited some monies, and at least they went to like $5,000. Then I sent it to the school. On my personal fund, $5,000. Even though I had the tuition waiver, my uncle too was sponsoring. So that means I'm coming from a good family. You understand? It tells the visa officer you're coming from, so they'll be able to pay your fees for you. You understand? Yeah.
Okay, so my problem is my 20 is out. Can I still send them my own bank statement?
Come again? Yeah,
I said
if you send your
my
bank statement
20
to school,
my 20
send
is out.
what?
My 20 is out.
There's no problem with that. For me, my 20 came out. Then I sent my personal funds. The
So I
school will
can.
update it and send you a new I-20.
Oh, okay. But I've already applied for my appointment, which is on the 17th of this month.
Yeah, the old one and the new I-20, the new one they're going to send to you. There's no difference. The only difference would be that on your personal funds, they've written it's the same thing. But this time,
Okay.
personal fund and the money in your account, they'll write it there. They'll just convert the money in your account into dollars. They will write it there. That's going to be there. Nothing will change.
Okay. Thank you
Is there
very
any other
much.
questions?
No, thank you very much.
All right, so Mike, unmute yourself. Let's start with the interview.
Okay.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
so Mike, which university are you going to? And
The
which
University
program?
of Central Missouri, which is in
Missouri.
Warrensburg. Yeah, Missouri.
Which program are you going to study?
I'm going to pursue a 2 years master's degree in cybersecurity and information assurance.
Did you get any scholarship?
Yes, I was fortunate to be part of the few 100 students that qualified for the Cybersecurity India Scholarship, which is a full scholarship that is covering all my expenses.
Have you been here before?
Yeah, I've been here
My
before.
live stream, my
Yeah,
mock
I've
session.
been here before.
You've been here before.
Yeah.
Because mostly I advise that when I ask you about your scholarship, you don't just tell me scholarship. If you say scholarship, you have not said anything. You need to mention the amount and the name of the scholarship.
Okay.
Maybe I've been awarded a presidential scholarship of what? $50,000. That is, that's what. So you did get scholarship. Yes, I got the scholarship. No, you've not said anything. When you're not putting the amounts of scholarship you got, then there's no scholarship. Because when you go to the interview, it's a business that you're. The interview is more like a business. So you speak in terms of numbers. And that is why it's going to convince the visa officer, oh, this guy really got a good scholarship. So you are on the I-20, that session, that money, which is your cost of attendance, it's money. You're talking about money here. So if you are telling the visa officer you got scholarship, you need to mention the amount. It's very important. So
okay.
Mike, Yeah. So did you get scholarship?
Yes, I have been awarded a cybersecurity India scholarship, $18 US, which is covering all my expenses.
Yeah, I think the light break. Did you get scholarship? Did you get scholarship? Can you come again? Because your line was breaking. We did not hear you well.
Yes, I was fortunate to be awarded a cybersecurity India scholarship, which is a full scholarship worth 23,470 US, which is covering all my expenses.
What's the cost of attendance?
It's 23,470.
Oh, then wow. That is a low tuition school. Or your program is low tuition. I think it's your program, right?
Cyber, yeah, but I'm on a full
Oh,
scholarship.
that is good. See, when you apply to schools with low tuition, the moment you get scholarship, it covers everything. It's become beautiful. That's why I've started my journey of sharing low tuition universities in the US. So this will get ready. I'll be posting more videos. That's great. That is your food. You are covered. So how were you able to secure your scholarship?
Well, so the scholarship is not coming from the school; it's coming from an external body. I participated in the Cybersecurity India hackathon competition that was just organized last month, and fortunately, I secured a second position and was awarded 23,470, which is going straight into my education.
So which documents did you submit to get that scholarship?
Yeah, it was the organization that reached out, submitted everything to the school, and the school got back to me.
Is it possible to put on a video?
Oh, no, 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 no.
Why?
Due to the nature of, I'm a security personnel.
Or you carrying that work?
Yeah, no, I'm a security personnel, so I can't expose myself.
Ah, I told you you're not work. If you're not work, what is wrong with putting your camera? No, we see they are training you. Eye
Yeah,
contact is very important when you go to the embassy. So if I don't train you, you go and you'll be looking elsewhere. It's a sign if you can't look in the eyes ball of somebody, indirectly it tells the visa officer you're lying. Whatever information you're giving it's not true, it's not the truth. Or you are
yeah,
lying, you understand? So
yeah.
mostly I urge that when you come, you put on the video. When I ask you, just look into my eyeball so that we are training ourselves. Here's a platform for training. We are training ourselves. So if you come and you put off your camera, and how we train you, that's the same thing you're going to watch when you get to the embassy. You're going to put it up there. You understand?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling the truth. If you don't want to put it, I have no problem. But when you go, make sure you're watching the eyes or having the eyeball contact of the visa officer. All
Yes,
right, so
sir.
let's continue. So why did you choose your school, Missouri? Why Missouri?
Yeah, I chose UCM because of its cybersecurity and information assurance program, which is going to transition me into the real goal of becoming a certified cybersecurity expert. Why? Because this program has a very useful component called a capstone project that focuses more on security, and that aligns with my field of work experience as a digital forensic investigator. Moreover, the program has concentrations in malware analysis, web applications, and I'm looking forward to acquiring skills in these areas so that after my studies, I can return to my home country, Ghana, to support the law enforcement in combating cyber crimes. This is why I choose the University of Central Missouri.
So why did you choose your cybersecurity program? Why cybersecurity?
Yeah, so I'm a cybersecurity officer. I'm the founder of Cyber Secure Africa, a digital forensic investigator working with the law enforcement here in my home country. And within my workspace, I have seen the high rate of fraud in our system. And so I want to use the opportunity now that I have a full scholarship to upgrade myself and acquire the prerequisite skills and knowledge that I need in malware analysis, web applications, mobile and network forensics, and not to just limit myself in only not to only focus on only computer forensics, so that after my studies I can return to my home country Ghana to support the law enforcement in combating cybercrime. This is why I choose cybersecurity.
What are you going to do in the US?
Well, I'm going to do my MS in cybersecurity and information assurance at UCM, which is located in Warrensburg, Missouri, to be precise. So I've already got my bachelor's in cybersecurity here in my home country, and I've worked for a few years as a digital forensic investigator here in my home country. And now that I have a full scholarship, I want to use the opportunity to upgrade myself, acquire the prerequisite skills that I need in cybersecurity, so that after my studies, I can return home to support the law enforcement in combating cybercrime.
What are your plans after school?
Upon completing my studies, I intend to return to my home country, Ghana, as a certified cybersecurity expert, working with the law enforcement in combating cybercrime. And I intend to do that by sharing the knowledge and skills that I've acquired from the US through organizing workshops and raising awareness on cybersecurity to create a safer digital environment.
Are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
What do you do for a living?
I'm the founder of Cybersecure Africa, a digital forensic investigator working with the law enforcement here in my home country, Ghana.
Do you have a professor you're going to work with?
Yeah, Dr. Professor Silvana Faja. She is the head of the cybersecurity department. I actually reached out to her after I found that the school posted their ad on Facebook. So that was where I actually found the school. And then I reached out to the cybersecurity department, particularly Dr. Silvana Faja. And then she told me more about the program, realizing that after she realized that it aligns with my field of work experience. So yes, I'm going to be working with Dr. Silvana Faja.
Can you tell me a little about the research you're going to do with the professor?
Yeah, so I'm going to work more on security. Like I said, my program focuses, it has concentrations in computer and information systems, auditing, information assurance, and security. But I'll be working more on security with Dr. Silvana Faja because that is what aligns with my field of work experience. And I'll be looking into working on introduction to malware, working on web applications, working on how to use a SQL injection, malicious code, working on network and mobile forensics, and so that after my studies, I can return to my home country and help the law enforcement in combating cybercrime. So this is what I'll be working on.
Tell me a little about your school.
So the University of Central Missouri, it's a public university that is located in Warrensburg, in the heart of Missouri, and it has a population of about 20,000 number of
All
people.
right, thank you for coming. I'm going to go ahead and approve your visa.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Guys, oh yay! My banana is falling. I like banana. All right, so anybody, guys, is there any advice you have for him? His performance, is it good? Is it bad? Is there room for improvement? All right, so since nobody's speaking, let me. Have you gone through my questions? 16 questions visa officer mostly ask, and how you're going to answer them. Have you gone through that question? 16 questions.
No, sir.
Yes, so I will urge you to watch that video on my channel. Go to my channel, JC Consult. Go through my videos. There's a video, 16 questions visa officer mostly ask, and how you're going to respond to them. Get a pen and a jotter. Me that I'm training you people, I always have a jotter and a pen. You see, I'm always writing things. Yeah, when I get visions, I write. When I'm preparing, I'm making research to make a content, I write. Even before I came today, today's topic is what? Documents. I have to research before I come. Every time I write. So you cannot tell me you are going for interview and your responses, you've not written it down. But the Bible says, make the vision clear. Put it on a tablet. Write it. Make it plain. So all the students on the live, I'll urge everybody to go on my channel, 16 questions this officer mostly asks. Watch the video, get a pen and jar, answer all the questions, and join me every weekend. Join me every weekend. I mean, when I see people are serious, I can even add the weekdays. When I see people are serious, because me, when I come, people don't. It's just today that people have joined. When I come, people don't join, and I get mad because I have to sleep. You understand? Yes. So when I see guys are serious with the interview, I can add weekdays. But for the meantime, I'm gonna do weekend. So try and answer the questions. I think why this school and why the program. Let me come. I think aside that, the other responses were good. Overall, you did well. Your self-confidence was good. I like it. But why did you choose the university? The school has been, you've been awarded a scholarship from the school. So that is gonna be your first. And money is power. You know that money is power. You know that.
Yeah, but
Yeah. So
yes, sir.
since money is
But the
power,
scholarship, the scholarship actually didn't come from the school. It came from an external body.
oh, it came from external body.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay,
The
okay. I
grant
thought
that
the
I
school.
won from,
So if I thought the school, so if the school had given you, then you can now make it your at least the first point, because there will be at the interview there's gonna be a lot of people behind you, and the visa officer won't have time. So maybe when I ask you a question, the first 2-3 sentences, 2-3 they cut you, they go to the next one because they don't have time. So if your first 2 and 3 make sense, they'll cut you. When I ask you, what question did I ask you? Tell me about your school. I knew you started well, so I knew you continue well. So there's no time. So I'll just cut you and I ask the next. That's how the visa officers they do. So always make sure the 60 questions you're going to answer, your first 2 to 3 statements. Each question, it should be your strong points. You see, some of the students they think they spoke. I remember when I went to the interview my second time. This guy was speaking. Hey, he was speaking, but all the things he spoke doesn't make sense, and so he got denied. So it's not about just speaking. Fine, he was confident, good, and how he spoke, everybody heard him, and that is how I want you guys to do when you go to the embassy. Speak for everybody in the auditorium. Know that you are the man. You really trained yourself well. You are prepared. And you are coming there. Speak confidently. And that is the kind of people Americans want to give their visa to. This is not about prayers. It's not about prayers. When you are coming for the interview, just pray, God, I've trained myself. I am going. Let your grace and favor be upon me. That is it. You are done. Maybe at the interview, when I was from Kumasi to Accra, I was reciting my lines. I was in a VIP bus. When I got home, when I got to my brother's place at the Burma camp, he was a military man. I was reciting my lines. I called friends. We were training ourselves. I was standing in front of the mirror. I would train myself at the embassy in the queue. I was trained even inside the embassy. Even I'll be reciting my lines. So it was fresh in my mind, like you understand? Yeah, so bro. So at least why did you choose the university? You can talk about the professor you're going to work with, the research topic you're going to work, the professor's name, the kind of research the professor does, and you need to connect it how the professor's work is in connection with your research interest. And you can also link it with what the job you do. Then why this program, why cybersecurity? We go to school to solve a problem. You are an international student from Ghana. So which cybersecurity problem have you identified in your country? And because student visa is a non-immigrant visa, it's a short stay visa. Because you're coming to school to learn, to gain knowledge and skills, come back to your country, Ghana, to target or solve a particular problem. So basically, why did you choose the program? Oh, I've identified a cybersecurity threat or cybersecurity problems in Ghana. Then you mention the problems. So you want to further to do your master's, or you've already gained undergraduate or degree in that program. So you want to further to do your master's to have an in-depth knowledge in that field, so that you return home to Ghana to solve this and that issue. We go to school to solve problems. So that should be your first 2-3 statements. Then the others you spoke, you will follow. That is when the visa officer has not cut you and you are flowing. I don't know if you get my point.
yes, sir. Thank you so much.
I'll see you next weekend. Thank you for coming and
Bless
work
you
on
so
it.
much.
Get your daughter, watch the video. Not only my video, any other video on interview, watch them. Yeah, not only my video, or even on my channel, I've done other videos on visa. Watch them, because this time you are preparing for your visa. So your mind will be concentrated on what? Yeah. Every night MTN was doing 1 gig for whatever. What do you call it? Midnight bundle or something. Yes, 1 CD for 1 gig. So from 12 a.m. to 4 p.m. I was a watchman of my house. And I remember one time I was studying, preparing for my interview, doing research. Because Charlie, I have 5 strong questions. Essay question for scholarship. I was not sleeping. I'll be reading. One time, thieves came into my house. And when they saw me, I heard a noise. So when they saw my image, they started running. Yeah, so I was the watchman of my house. Yeah, I was a watchman every night. You say you have a dream to come to America, and you are just praying, you are not studying. Grace is a function of knowledge. Grace is a function. Grace will function when you have knowledge, when you have trained yourself, when you are joining mock interview, when you join to, when you come and you are not joining, grace will never function. So forget. Honestly, here we speak the truth. You speak it as it is. You are not the only one who believes in it. Me, I'm a prophet myself. I'm a prophet. But I mean, where I'm supposed to be in life, I've not gotten anywhere. To me, every day I'm learning. Every day I'm learning. You know, be there in the grace of God. You think you are the one who believes in the grace of God. And don't, me, VIP bus, I was memorizing my line. Even in the queue, I was memorizing my line. And the funny thing is, there was this lady who was my client that I helped got interview date. And I think I paid the DS-160 for her. She was my client. So we all got the same date. My CEO and my client, we all going for the interview at the same time. So even at the embassy, we are asking ourselves questions. At the embassy, you think I don't know who believe in the grace? You'll be there. Me at the embassy, you tell me to pray, I'll never pray because I prayed home. So at the embassy, I'm serious. Even so my client and I'll ask my clients questions. Why did you choose this school? What are you going to do in the US? We were asking ourselves. So I was batch 6 or batch, we were batch 6 or something. So when it was my 10, my client went, she did not get, I think she got a partial funding. It was something small and she was denied. And I went and I got approved. Yeah. Because my mom was tuition waiver. Yeah. So those who are talking about grace of God, so those who went and they were denied. So the grace of God did not follow them. It's only you that get the grace of God. Don't get funding. You see, I'm going to post a video either by Tuesday. I'm going to post a video of this guy that started talking to me on Facebook and from last year, and I've been able to help him. And he watches my videos. You want to tell you to watch your, you know, watch. Life is principles, even in the spiritual realms. Me, I've not done you anything. If you take me to juju, it will never work. But the juju man will ask, what has he done to you? That is what I mean. I've never taken anybody's money for study abroad. I've stopped it. I've never done. I'm not those travel agents. I've not done that before. I've not done you anything. You can't kill me. In the spiritual, there are principles. In this physical earth, there are principles. If you want a visa, you need to meet the guidelines, meet the visa requirements. This guy, 24,000. So Mike, yours is 23. He's 24. You got approved. No scholarship. You there. You're lucky. You have it. So the question is, if he's Antiba like me, Antiba, you are from a poor background. How? Though he's also a cyber security guy like you, he has his own business, but he was able to prove my statement. You have a wife and kids too. He has wife and kids. I was thinking a woman who chop plane ticket to turn your we are who be do has to make your school fees now. Let's be real with each other. The same cyber security program. Mike has fully funded. Do you think Mike fully funded? He will struggle to pay fees? No.
And there's something I would like to check.
When I tell you to get scholarship, it's not that nobody's doing you. Even I know somebody no funding now. Also, corner you man. Who never stand out with no to your school fees now. That's the question. Even me tuition waiver. When I go, the way I struggled, I couldn't pay my rent for 4 months. Yes, I remember. Even insurance. My school, they always email me, pay your insurance, pay. You think it's easy? They are telling you to get fully funded. You think somebody is doing you? America is America for me? No, it's not for me. But I don't want you to come and suffer. I have seen students call me and they are struggling. Some did not go to school. That is why in Ghana, because every year these people, they are very statistical. Every year, all Ghanaian students and Nigerian students, because Ghanaians and Nigerians, they are in Africa, we top. We are the students that come to America on student visa. We are topping. So every year they will send. That's why you have a service number. So if you don't go to school or you can't pay tuition fee, your school report to USCIS with your name and your service number. Then at the end of the year, they will send a report to US Embassy in Ghana that these were the number of Ghanaian students who did not go to school because they couldn't pay tuition. So that's why the Ghanaians, they are denying left, right, center. If you don't have funding and you are not speaking well too, if you have partial and you are confident, they can consider you. You are not joining interview. You are not joining. You don't allow yourself to be trained. They will deny you left, right, center. That's why those without funding, it's just one. Yeah. Maybe the whole year, those without funding, maybe 1 or 2 people who will get a visa. 1 or 2. Those without funding. Check the records. How many? But when we tell you to get funding, you are insulting me and arguing that, oh, I know somebody without funding, you got a visa.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Can you pay when you get to America? Or you do a shy.
What you are saying is very true. Not to cut you, but
5 years. I say it's true. Yes, then I started from 2019 after COVID. That we started looking for date. I've been doing this for 5 years now. Why would I come and lie?
I have a friend who got approved for the spring semester, and so what we actually did was that most of the times I've realized that students, they only focus on the school. Don't depend only on the school for your funding. You have to research, because I did my own research and I got external full funding from a
So what's the
non-profit.
name of your external scholar so that people can apply?
So it's only for cybersecurity. So Cyber Secured India.
What?
It's a Cyber Secured India. It's an Indian non-profit organization that is in partnership with OpSWAT in Florida. So they have to do research. You are going to a place, you have to research about the city. Even with my friend, he got fully funded from a church. Two churches. One took his tuition, the other took his living expenses, and he got approved in New York.
So how was he able to do that?
Yeah, so it's all about we researched. So what he did was he researched about the churches around his school, and then he reached out to them. He sent them emails attaching his acceptance letter and all that. And he was fortunate, 2 churches replied him. So they helped him through the process. They sent him letter and all that. He went. His documents were put under administrative process, and finally he got approved. He's in New York now. So he told me about it. I also went through the same channel, started doing my own research, because my school told me that my background is very great, but they can only give me the GA when I begin the semester. And I'm also looking at, it's not that I cannot afford, but I'm looking at getting a higher chance of getting approved. It makes more sense, like you are saying, when you are going with great funding. So I started doing my research, talking to non-profit and all that. Unfortunately, I got this. So the students, they sometimes have to spread their tentacles, and instead of focusing on the school and saying that the school should give me funding, because the students are many. The students are many. You have to also look elsewhere.
Yeah, I think that, the average Ghanaian student, you don't want to do research. Yeah, so I think it applies to the American lottery. So if you win lottery and you don't know anybody in the, because you need a host, that's somebody in the US. You can, if you are Presbyterian, you can ask search Presbyterian churches in the US. You get their email them and see, or let them know that
I actually did that. I went to Presec, so I did that. And one of the Presbyterian churches in the USA sent me a message saying that I should reach out to the Presbyterian churches in Ghana and whatever. If they have something to give me, they will send it through them and all that. So I realized that no, the church was not going to work for me. I had to look into other areas. Yes.
So the India something, is it what your school that told you about it, or how did you get to know about it?
With the scholarship.
Yeah, the Indian scholarship.
Yeah, so because of the nature of my job, we also work with other organizations and all that. So I decided to talk to other people who can help me. And then fortunately, I was told that there is this organization that is doing this for students who want to develop career in cybersecurity. So I registered, and then I also applied for the hackathon competition. Yeah. So I was supposed to go last year, but because of the funding, I wanted to make sure that I get great funding before going. I had to defer and take my time.
Oh. You see how in life you need to be asking questions. You see, you need to be inquisitive. Huh? Be asking questions. Right now, he's coming on a fully funded scholarship. Do you think he will not go to school? Who would that go to school for free? You not go. Everybody go. At least the American certificate is highly recognized. The whole world and goes to school for free. And you, when you come, since you're not going to pay tuition, easy, you're going to get a car because this American weather that is unpredictable. The moment you get here, car will be easy. So if this guy would never suffer in America, he will enjoy life. And I'm telling you, I know somebody with that funding. Okay.
Yeah, what you are saying is very true because I joined one mock and a certain student was saying that he knows someone that went with $100,000 deficit and got approved. And I was like, what are you saying? So he came there and he confused everyone. I was like, okay.
Bro, you see, the issue is not about the approval. The issue is when you get approved, when you get it, can you pay? I mean, that's the most important thing. No, it's not about the approval. The visa is at the discretion of the visa officer. If you're able to speak well with that funding, they can give it to you. If you sound very convincing. And right now, the world is about cybersecurity or IT. Because that guy who got approved 24,000, he was an IT guy like you. You understand? The IT and the STEM programs are really good. The world is what? Right now, Facebook said he's going to, he's launching some new models, which is cybersecurity or it's IT something, technology. So if they come to study technology, and America is superpower because of technology, iPhones, Facebook, they're all launching new IT models. So if you come to do such a course, even without funding, and he has started his own cybersecurity firm, his own business. And he was very confident. He's married, which is good ties. Married with kids, good ties. Oh, you started your own business, good tie. You understand? Because it makes him unique and different from all other students. Like every student, my son, my uncle, my uncle, my auntie, my uncle. He came this time. He's doing a good course, a good program, no funding, but he has his own cybersecurity firm, and he's making money. And because he was able to speak confidently, they not even ask about your bank statement. No, they just ask him a few questions. I'm going to post it this week, so you get to know the full details in the video I'm going to post. Yeah, so such a guy, even without funding, and he said his business, even in the US, he's still going to have meetings and make money.
Yeah.
So he can pay. And when he got to the US, the school has also promised him campus jobs and graduate assistantships. Yeah.
That was what happened to me, but they want me to come.
You and I, can we pay? That's the question. Can we? Let me take the last person, Richard. Then we will end it. In the next 5 minutes, I'll end the live session. I spoke for 1 hour. All right, Richard, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Did you do my assignment?
Yes, I did it.
Can you put the video and show me? I want to see.
So I'm currently in my room. I don't have my laptop with me, so it's on my phone unless you allow me to share a screen.
No problem. You've done it, so let's go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Whether you do it or not, it's for your own good, though.
Of course.
Yeah. It's for your own good. All right. So, what are you going to do in the US?
I've been admitted to Syracuse University to study for my undergrad degree.
I think we spoke about this yesterday, right? Or Kofi?
Yeah.
Are you sure you did the 16 questions?
Yeah, we did.
You did it?
Yes, I watched it.
Really? What are you going to do in the US? You see, he has gone. Because what are you going to do in the US? At least in the video, I told you that what are you going to do in the US? You talk about, oh, you've been admitted to this program. You understand? The university. Then you mention the program. You can even add the city where you are going to. You understand? But just tell me you're going to have an undergraduate education in the US. You have not said anything. What program? Which school? You see why I always tell you people to go through that 16 questions. Hey, you put the things that will help you. If you don't do it, you understand? Let me go through questions in the comment section, then I'll end it since nobody's joining. Me, I'm seeing 15 people. If you come, you can hide. Me, I don't know if the results will show. You can choose to hide, or you can choose to come watch us. But I don't know if when you go for the interview, the results will show. I'm not gonna talk plenty. Somebody is sacrificing his time to come and train you for free. When you are denied and you come to me, I'm charging $185, the same visa fee. That's what I'm gonna charge you. Because if you don't value my time, if you come to me, I'm the one to charge you. When is the right time to begin filling DS-160? After you've paid your visa fee at GT Bank, $185, you can start filling your DS-160. But it's always most advisable to submit it. You can start it, log out, come back and continue. It's most advisable to submit it 72 hours before your interview. Because I've seen people, today is Monday, they have their today is Sunday, they have the interview tomorrow, Monday, and they submitted it today. And it's a system, they are running on a system, and the system use network. So when you submit it, it goes through a system, then they receive it at the embassy. So if you are not submitting it early, that means I know people they submitted a day or 2 days before. So by the 72 is 3 days. So about 3 days time there, now could do embassy what their system. So that when the visa officer scan it, the barcode, which is the DS-160 confirmation page, once they scan the barcode, then the DS-160 will open up. But if you submit a day to your interview, you get there, then it has not reached the system. So the visa officer will scan it. Then there's nothing. I've seen a lot of students, yeah, they went, the visa officer couldn't access their DS-160. So they have them to go home. Wow, date, initially there, before COVID, when you asked to go, automatically that date, you just go pick another date, go. But this time, if you do that mistake, so that means all the people from that time to the day you go to interview, all the people in the queue, you're not, it's first come, first serve. You miss the opportunity. So you're not coming to search another date. By the time it will reach your turn now, you next time when you do mock interview, you join, and when you join, you ask questions, and when you ask questions, you allow yourself to be interviewed. All right. So what do you so he said, what do you talk about revoking visas currently and new rules that have been applied? Yeah, I think the guy who got approved with that funding, he was also speaking to me yesterday on Facebook that Donald Trump is making certain rules. But I mean, I don't have an idea about that yet, so I can't talk about it. Revoking visas currently. So as I said that, forget about people asking, oh, Donald Trump is on power, he's the president of America. Do you think you get visa? It doesn't matter who is the president. As far as you are meeting the visa requirement, you are training yourself well, you have filled your DS-160 well, all the required documents you are sending there, you've trained yourself, you are self-confident, you have good scholarship, you can speak articulately, you are bold. It doesn't matter who is the president of America. Forget. Just meet the requirement and pray. When you pray, the rest, you leave everything to God. If you are approved, fine. If you're not approved, apply again. Yeah. Yeah, so as I said to Mike, you need to connect. Why this program? You need to connect the program you are doing with your job, and you understand. So the kind of problems you are solving at your job, you can just link it up like that, and that's why you want to gain knowledge and maybe come home to take a higher position at your workplace. Yeah. Somebody is saying share the 15. It's 16. I check. I failed. All right. Let me share my screen so that I'll show you the 16 questions on my. Oh, I even deleted it all. Oh shit. All right. Let me see. I can still get it back. All right. So I think I got it here. So I'm sharing my screen. Try capturing a different screen. Oh. All right, let me share my screen so that you know the particular video. Tuition fees. Okay. Yeah, so in my next video, oh, I don't know why today the sharing is not shareable. Why? Okay, yeah, I think it's working now. All right, so when you just go to youtube.com, yeah, just go to youtube.com. Then once you get to YouTube, you now search JC Consult. It's very easy. It's very easy. So at the search bar, just search JC Consult. So it's right here. You click on it. So once you come to my channel, if you have not subscribed, you subscribe by clicking here and subscribe. So you click on the channel name. We are live. So that's why you can see the live button. We are live. And yes, documents needed for your, that's our live. So you just click on videos. Click on videos. Then you can now scroll down. You scroll down. These are the videos I've made. All this for you. Me, I'm here already. So this is the video. You could see why should that approve you this visa. That's the 16 questions. I hope you guys can see it. This is it. This is the questions. Yeah, 10 months ago is 3,100 views. This is the video that you're supposed to watch. And I have this one too is questions visa officer mostly as joint visa interview. These are tricks, tips and tricks. Student visa approval, visa approvers, common mistakes you do. Watch this one too. All the questions or videos about your interview, watch them. And if you just receive your I-20, watch this video. The next step to take, watch it. So there are a lot of videos. So just get time and be watching them. Yeah, get time and be watching. All right, let me stop sharing my screen. All right, so let's continue. If you don't have funding, please defer and fight for funding in the next semester. Somebody say we don't have funding, defer. Yeah, not just defer. You need to fight for scholarship for 2025. If you fight and you're not getting it, you can also look for Empower loans. You can try the loan option. If you get the loan, fine. You want to join? Time is up. Join me over the weekend. Guys, and this Gavin Bamwenda. It looks like you look like a Ugandan or something like that. Okay, watching from Uganda, as I said. I hope it won't be an issue approving my visa since it's a developing country. They don't care. The visa, as part of the visa requirement, they don't care whether you're a developing country or not. The question is, are you meeting a visa requirement? Are you meeting it? Having a travel experience, having scholarship increases your chances. Do you have all of that? Having a travel experience, having home ties, like you're working, you have your own business, you have kids, you are married with kids. These are all home ties. Do you have all of that? You have funding. That's why I keep saying funding alone serves as home ties. So if you're a single guy, you're not married, having good funding, it will serve as home tie for you. Having funding, it will serve as a travel experience for you. Funding supersedes everything. All right. Hidden secret. I applied for my visa interview in 2024 when I was a student, but in 2025, I had a job in cybersecurity, which my company is sponsoring my full undergraduate program inside. That's good news, bro. You are lucky. All the best. And he said what? And would want to know if it would be a problem since in my DS1 sister I was a student whilst I applied and now I'm working. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but we are growing. So in your first visa application, you are working with a company, and after you went, you got denied, and afterwards you ended up working with B company. And so in the new DS1 system you're going to fail, you write the new company that you work with. Just go with supporting documents that you work with the company B. That is it. It doesn't mean that you wrote company A in your first DS160. It doesn't mean you can't change this. You can change. Me, my sponsor for my first interview was different from my sponsor. My first interview was my father. The second interview was my uncle. Yeah. And the first school was Missouri, no funding. The second school was Southern Connecticut, full tuition waiver. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you feel a DS1 to maintain. There are certain things you have to maintain. There are certain things you are supposed to maintain, not these things. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining today, and I'm gonna see you guys on weekend. All the best to the students having their interview this week. Having their sorry, Frederick. Oh no, I thought you had a question or something, but yeah, I think I've answered all the questions. So yes, all the best to the students having their interview this week. Join mock interview. Me weekdays I'm busy. Join mock. There are mock interviews on the group page. Join them. Join them and get a pen and jotter. Watch my video. 16 questions this officer mostly ask. Stand in front of the mirror, or you can give the question to your friend, your sister, your mother. Let them ask you and see if you get the responses you wrote yourself. Let them check if you are responding that way. That's how it's going to go way forward to build your self-confidence. I remember I was rehearsing with this lady. We were all going for the interview. She went to University of Maine. I think biological science, fully funded. We were training every day. We train ourselves like 5 times. Yeah, every day. So who is your friend? Who is your network? Who are you training yourself every day? Get somebody. Every day you should be asking yourself questions. She called me, I also call her. Are you free? I say, I'm free. Okay. Then let's start. Every day we are doing it. Aside that, I'll come and train students. After I'm done training students, I will tell the students also train me. I was humbled. It's not because I'm a CEO. I am training students, so I'll become pompous. No. Until you get a visa, you humble yourself. It's not because I'm training students. I will let them also train me too. Because nobody's above training. Even at the embassy, my clients, we're asking ourselves questions. Even though I was the one who trained her. But I will humble myself. You train me, I also train. We all train because we all have one. You have to meet the requirement. Speak boldly, confidently. So it doesn't matter if you're a CEO. Okay. I think Americans, they care about your CEO. They don't go and speak confidently and be there and say you're a CEO. The embassy, I've been there before. You let that thing deceive you. Oh, I've been there before. So, they don't train. You come, you hide. They don't train. My school doesn't have budget for funding. Yeah, Donald Trump has held the funding for funding, and the cost of attendance is 45. Hey, 45,000. Should I apply? Hey, is this spring or what? Because 4 years later, my dad will be willing to sponsor me. You people and your dad, please get scholarship and let your dad's money rest. Even if your dad can pay, even if I know you are Nigerian, even if your father is the governor, at least if you get good scholarship, that money that your father will use to pay, he can give it to you to buy cars, live good, live in a good apartment. So please get scholarship. It's very important. All right, so thank you guys for coming. If I'm not subscribed, subscribe. And this week I'll be posting 2 videos. Each week I'm gonna post 2 videos. So stay tuned, and I'm gonna see you very soon. Join me over the weekend, and let's tune ourselves. If you have questions, write it down over the weekend. Join us, and we will be willing to answer your questions. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.